And now introducing the three merry murderesses of the Insomnia Asylum, bringing you the cell block Tango.
Ha! 6. Wish. Cicero. 6. Cicero. Wishes. Ha! 6. Wish. Cicero. Wishes. Ha! 6. Cicero. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Ha! 6. Wish. Cicero. Ha! 6. Wish. Cicero. You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie! Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Ha! So one day I come home from work and I'm really irritated and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And then there's Bernie, lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Ha! So I say to him, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I pick a shotgun off the wall and I fire 2 warning shots into his head. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same. I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and we hit it off right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner. And then one day I found out. Single, he told me. Singled my ass. Oh no, not only was he married, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know. So that night when he comes home from work, I fix him his drink as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic. He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in his pride, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime. Now I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business. In storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. You've been screwing the milkman, he says. He was crazy, and he kept screaming, you've been screwing the milkman. And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I'll bet you would have done the same. Now what he's saying is, what am I doing here? They say my famous lover held down my husband as I chopped off his head. But that's not true. Why won't Uncle Sam listen to me? I tried to explain it to the authorities, but they wouldn't listen. Yeah, but did you do it? Not guilty. My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. In the last number in our act, we did 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, one right after the other. So one night we're at the Hotel Cicero, the 3 of us, boozing, having a few laughs, and we run out of ice, so I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17. The spread eagle. I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I had no idea what was happening until I saw myself washing the blood off my hands.
I never knew they were dead.
He had it come, they had it come. He only had himself to blame.